So it's amazing how quick the latest thing becomes the old thing, and the woke and the left move on to the next topic. And for a short while, whoever they hold dear, whether it be Saint Zelensky or Saint Greta Thunberg or whoever it is, they pick them up, hold them up high, they hold flags and anything that's recognisable to attach it themselves to that virtuous cause that they've been told is virtuous. They go along with it. Now, I went past, going back a while ago, flags all up and down the road, and every one of them I looked at and I just thought, Muppet, you haven't got a clue what you're on about, because none of them went into the historical what goes on in that country. Nobody went on about the oppression of people who were of Russian descendants in that country and the ethnic cleansing that was going on there, but that's quite easy to overlook. Nobody batted an eyelid when the uniforms had, well, let's just say, emblems that dated back to a bad time. Nobody batted an eyelid about that. And all we were told was that Putin was bad and that Zelensky could do no wrong. Now, some of you may or may not have seen the pictures of him playing a piano with his todger, or you may have seen him involved in acts that can only be described as degenerate. However, the media have done a great makeover on him and made him out to be a great family man, etc., etc. What you want to do is also look into how much money did he have before this thing happened and how much does he have in his personal bank now. That is always interesting. And it always seems that when America get involved in something, and this is not the American people, this is purely the CIA, the government and that kind of stuff. When they get involved in something, it's because that country has something they need to use to either make them a lot of money or to, by doing something there, have a reaction further on down the road to further the cause of globalism. That's how it seems. I made a few notes, so I'm just going to read off it. So you've got Zelensky hates freedom as an authoritarian dictator. At the moment, he's leached $100 billion US dollars, obviously, from America. God knows how much he's had out of us and the rest of the European Union and the rest of the people who are just chucking endless amounts of money at that. And you would think that this money would make it to the people affected, help them out and that kind of stuff. But you'll probably find that the money that's been thrown at them was actually to buy arms that we sell, we supply. Great Britain, France, America, etc. So that's an interesting thing. So with that, what has he done? Well, he seems to have... he's created a police state, according. I'm going to bring this in a bit closer because my writing's horrendous and I was dyslexic, and when I wrote this down, it's quite awful. He's banned opposition parties. Oh, that's very democratic, isn't it? Well, there again, dictators generally do that then, don't they? As soon as they get power, they don't generally want to give it back. He shut down any media that doesn't go along with the narrative or questions anything he's doing. Starting to sound a little bit more like communist Russia back in the day, doesn't it? But whatever. He's arrested his political opponents. Didn't Stalin do that? Just saying. Only asking for a friend. What else has he done? Sent soldiers into churches, monasteries and convents, arresting obviously the penguins, that'll be the ladies in there. And he's also arrested the priests. And he's going against the constitution of that country, although that doesn't tend to mean a great deal apparently now. And what's happened? Well, you know all the virtue signalers that were wearing their Ukrainian flags and having their pictures taken with him. You know, George Bush, I believe, compared him to a Winston Churchill. What, has he got a drink problem? Just saying. But anyway, they're not actually saying anything about this, and the answer to the problem is to chuck some more money at him. He has banned an entire religion, that would be the Ukrainian Orthodox Church, and seized its property. This really is starting to sound like Stalin back in the day, isn't it? But there again, when you look at a lot of the stuff that he's had to do with, it definitely looks like he serves the dark side, if you know what I mean. So, obviously, coming down on a religion, the Orthodox religion of that country that's been there over 1,000 years, would be the obvious thing to do, wouldn't it? Now, he's painting out, or he's saying, basically, that this religion has something to do with helping the enemy. Well, he would say that, wouldn't he? He wouldn't say this is a great religion, but I'm going to get rid of it because actually I don't like Christianity. I don't like good. And I serve the other side. He's not going to say that. But the interesting thing is this. Anybody found practicing Christianity will have sanctions brought upon them, both physical, financial, that kind of thing. We can go into too much details about it, but I can pretty much guess that if you're found having a little prayer to the man upstairs, and this lot find out about it, you're for the eye jump. Yep. I don't know just exactly what they do over there because it's not exactly the country we have over here. Although this place is going downhill rapidly, as is America and everywhere else. But yeah, all those people that thought they were being woke celebrating the Ukraine thing, and they were all making out Putin to be the bad guy. Now, I'm not for a second saying that Putin's without his faults. He obviously has, many. But who is the bad side in this? And why is it that every time the Americans jump on board a war, it's usually anything it can do to fight against the Russians, and also everything it goes into, it ruins. It absolutely destroys. I can liken the American, not the people, and I keep having to stress this, the people are lovely. It's just the people that run the place. But once they've sent their machine through the place, it's like a locust going through a crop of field in a field. It just destroys it, leaves it in ruins. I can't get my head around the fact that so many people on the left and some on the right who are stupid want to virtue signal about something that when we go back in 30 years' time, if we've got the ability to do that, some of us won't be here and some of us will be locked up. Okay. However, anybody who gets the chance to go back will look at this as a bad time. But everything surrounding at the moment, around stupid things like the global warming stuff, the Greta Thunbergs of this world, and, the Biden administration, I could name a load of things, right? But all of this stuff, we're going to look back at this as a real dark time in history. Now, whether it's the fact that we have the ability to be able to document this through social media and let each other know that makes it so bad, maybe stuff like this was going on a lot in the past and we just didn't have the ability to see it, and we do now. But I wish we had back then. Might have stopped us getting to this stage now. Who knows? But whatever. So I just thought I'd just give you a little bit of an update because I haven't said much about Ukraine because it's a situation that's been done for an economic reason and for political reasons. And when the state, the system, the New World Order or whatever it is finished with it and washes its hands, it'll leave them there to do whatever and it won't care a monkey. So there we are. Anyway, I hope you're liking the content. Don't forget, I've got a new channel. Go over and subscribe. I will put content out on there, but get in there first, get subscribed so that when I put the content out, you'll see it, obviously. Other than that, there's a few other things, and I'm not sure, but I think Active is setting up something on Twitter later on, but whether I can get on it, because I've got work in the morning, I hope to. But I've never done any video stuff on Twitter, so this will be interesting as well, be a new experience for me. And do you think I can get that blue tick? I haven't got an ONS or OIS or whatever it is, an Apple device, so I thought, all right, I'll have a word with the daughter, see if she could do it. She's got one of those. No, not at all. So I can't get the blue tick. Very gutted. Never mind. We'll wait. I'll see you in a bit.